Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Billy, a true dot. Welcome back to Stellaris for a quick look at the brand new little species pack edition they have just made, and that is Necroids, or, to put it in layman's terms, space zombies. They're a fun little bunch as well. There's some lovely new, species portraits added in here. I like these guys, they're all a bit, who turned out the lights. And then you've got this badass bastard. I like this guy, and yeah, these guys who keep themselves entirely cloaked, so you just don't really know what they look like. Some of them are kind of supposed to look like, existing portraits, but dead, because, they're zombies. And also, I have a fondness for, yes, the world's most sinister goldfish bowl right there. And this guy in particular, who so desperately wants to be badass, but because he's a zombie manatee, he can't help but be adorable regardless. So yeah, it's a fun bunch of some nice new stuff here. You've got new room, you've got new city in the background, though. To be honest, I think I actually preferred, the new ones in Lithoids. There was a bit more, variety in there, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, if that was all there was, obviously I wouldn't have bothered making a video. But there's a couple of other fun bits and pieces that have got added in too. So, the first big one is, yes, a new civic that's pretty big. This is one of those kind of, big transformational civics that kind of changes how you play. So, Death Cult comes in both normal and megacorp flavour, where basically, yes, there is just a culture of willing voluntary sacrifice. Though, to be honest, we might want to put both willing and voluntary in inverted commas there. Yes, quite possibly so. Basically, yeah, it's a variant on the standard temple, where it produces a single death priest job. A pretty good job, all things considered. Produces, a little bit of society research and quite a bit of unity, actually. That's a good, solid amount of unity off a single pop. So that's one of the two jobs, but yes, the other one is, these guys are just, death supervisors. Down here in the workers, however, yes, somebody gets to be, a mortal initiate. This is not such a fun job. That means you spend the next 10 years studying how you die, and then you die. But the game insists it's definitely voluntary, though I'm not 100% convinced. They also do produce a tiny amount of society research, but yeah, when a single researcher produces 5 of every science, don't go counting on this to, really be producing much in the way of science at all. Though it does mean your society research will slightly skip ahead of everything else, by at least a little degree anyway. But yeah, what's very, very nice is, once they're done studying to, die, then you can go and activate these beautiful, beautiful edicts to sacrifice them. So you're literally getting rid of that pop. That pop is gonna die, like however many people that represents, they're all dead. But only 35 influence. That's pretty on the cheap side, though. Base is a 50. It will be reduced a little bit, depending on your ethos and whatnot. So, yeah, extra pile of unity. Not bad at all, really. Or, extra pile of happiness. That one's not so good. Or a bit more expensive, extra pile of money. So, yeah, you can actually convert a pop directly into a giant pile of stuff, where you've got a bit of flexibility. Now, this is good in the sense that, influence is something that I'm regularly floating huge amounts of by the late game, because once you've done expanding your borders, there's just not enough to really do with it, for the most part. So, that's not bad. That's not bad at all to my mind. However, yeah, you are literally giving up a pop to do that, and pops are kind of the single most important and valuable currency in the entire game. So I kind of feel like, yeah, there's no reason to ever want to give up a pop. Then again, you do get bonus growth speed to offset that. So I guess maybe it works out. It's an interesting one, but it's not the real star of the show. Because that honour goes to the new origin, Necrophage, where you are basically playing as a group of necromancers who are trying to take over the galaxy with their zombie hordes. And yeah, you know what? 100% yes. You see, being part of the zombie horde has pros and cons. So, pro, you live a very long time, because aging's not a problem. You don't live forever, the leaders do eventually die, where I guess they I don't know, fall apart or something. It's a bit like the end of Death Becomes Her, I guess. So, yeah, you've got a really long lifespan, you're good at producing science, you make good leaders, you're not so good at, working in the mines, maybe because, hard physical labour is very bad for the decaying form, makes them fall apart faster, something like that. But, yeah, because you're zombies and dead and whatever, pop growth speed minus 75%. Your natural growth rate is catastrophically slow. And as I said just a second ago, the single most important thing in Stellaris is pops. Having as many pops as you can. And this zombie army doesn't have very many pops at all. They produce very slowly because they don't reproduce normally. No, instead they have to go around the galaxy turning other people into zombies too. So they're kind of like a cross between fanatical purifiers in the sense they need to be constantly going to war in order to secure more people because that's what they do, but also a bit like driven assimilators, where they expand their population by converting people into their own, though maybe in a bit more of a sinister way than just by turning them into cyborgs, yes. Yes, indeed, though nice thing is, pop-up keep is significantly down. It's pretty easy to keep these guys going, because, yeah, presumably when you're dead you don't eat much. I wouldn't have thought you ate at all, but maybe you still need to, like, you know, put chemical energy into your body to stop it falling apart. Okay, let's not worry too much about the biology of zombies and just, dive in, shall we? Oh, did I mention the reanimated armies, by the way? Yeah, you can also get reanimated armies now, so your armies suffer no morale penalties whatsoever because they're literally undead thralls, so that's nice. Also, there's a new Necroid voice pack for, you know, your advisor, which is, for the zombie plague trying to take over the galaxy, weirdly sexy.
Death comes for all sapients in the end, but no one said it couldn't be led a merry chase first.
Isn't that a bit weirdly sexy for the zombie plague? I find that a bit weirdly sexy. Okay, maybe that's just me, I don't know. And in terms of setup, as we're going to live for bloody ages, may as well take fleeting, as minus 10 years, that's basically a freebie. They're still going to live, you know, plus 70 over the usual. Deviant is always a freebie, in order to fund intelligent, traditional, and communal, for more in the way of science, unity, and housing. Marvellous. And as we're going to be going to war, yeah, fanatical militarists together with just a little bit of spiritualism because these guys are good unity producers. So, here we flippin' go. You start off with, yes, a unique building for this particular origin. The Chamber of Elevation, where necrophytes go in, but then Eternals come out at the end of it. So, you're not just, you know, modifying people to work with you, you're not purging them specifically, instead, you are literally turning them into weird zombie suit creatures, whatever these are precisely. So yeah, just to introduce the idea, you always start off with a secondary species. So, on this occasion, it's humans. Let's assume this is, yes, a nuclear winter Earth that nuked itself and then the robot zombies took over, and now they're going to take over everything else too. So, because we've got that building up here, we have got ourselves 3 lovely necrophytes. Marvellous. Now, admittedly, what's actually going on inside the zombie citadel is, you know, a little bit on the unclear side, because these guys are somehow converting large amounts of food and large amount of consumer goods, because yeah, their normal consumption rate would be 1 food, 0.2 consumer goods, and they're turning that into a decent amount of unity. Not a spectacular amount, but not bad. And, more importantly, they're also producing amenities. Now, I don't know if that represents, like, you know, we're just really happy they're becoming Eternals or something, but yeah, if you've got these guys going, it does save you a bit on needing theatres or whatever, because yeah, this is a decent, good source of amenities. And give it 10 years, these 3 people will just become us. Beautiful, beautiful, proper zombie-suited people, and then the cycle continues. So, for the time being, the humans are trying to reproduce, because they can. They're going to be the ones that grow, because their growth rate is so much higher than the actual Eternals are. So, they're going to try and grow, but eventually, we're just going to literally run out of them. And at that point, yeah, we're going to be needing some, new people. So, alright, let's get out into the galaxy and find some. Ah, yes, and don't forget, we're going to be swimming in food we don't really need, so we can pretty comfortably just, sell all of that immediately, sell some consumer goods too, use that to buy up a good number. No, don't sell. Need to flipping buy instead. Yeah, we need to be buying a good amount of flipping minerals in. So just keep selling the rest of that. We can just afford to get up to 400 immediately, which is good because that means, yeah, we got this empty building slot here. We can, of course, get down a standard temple. May as well get that into production because yeah, these guys are good, decent Unity producers, and obviously, we're going to get the trade policy straight over to Marketplace of Ideas, because why wouldn't you? We're swimming in energy right now. So yeah, once we put all that together, these guys are going to be rushing to Ascension perks pretty bloody fast. And never say no to, yes indeed, a great big signed ship straight away, because we need to go find some people to eat. So yeah, double signed ship, that's gonna be the thing. Oh, and this might be interesting. We've literally just discovered alien life next flipping door, first system we tried. Hello, who are you and are you edible? No, it's just some random creatures or something. We can't convert them into us. Okay, good result here. December of year 1, and with plus 27 unity and the church not even quite constructed yet, we've already got ourselves, yes, tradition number 1. Obviously, these guys don't actually get diplomacy, they get the adaptability tree instead. And as we're in a rush to, go and discover people to eat, how about the discovery tree? Marvellous. Oh, now this is just blessed right here. Good solid mining system next door, and just 2 systems over, we've got a flipping ruined Mega Art installation, though, admittedly, the fact we knew it was Mega Art might be a bit presumptuous. Like, it just looks like, could have been anything, really. I'm not sure why we've decided this was definitely art. Also, could we just take a moment to, yes, admire the new Necroid ship design, which looks suitably sinister. Like, that's a proper evil citadel, that's just a basic outpost. I mean, this looks like it should be ready to destroy planets. No, basic construction vessel. Oh, seriously, 6 minerals on 1 planet. Yeah, this I'll take. They're just so lovely and pointy, the ships. I do enjoy a good evil pointy ship. Also, we were having a few small problems with, yes, deficits, but I have figured out how to sort that out, which is, if we just strip humans of their citizenship, and then also, yes, reduce their living standards down to basic subsistence, then the problem should be solved. Marvellous. There we go, much better. I mean, it doesn't really matter when you think about it, because give it about 3 decades, there won't be any humans, so yeah, basically this isn't really so important. And here's the thing, so yes indeed, humans have got a little bit of a limited lifespan on them right now, so it sure is bloody convenient we found these Steam Age bastards just round the corner. Yeah, you guys, you could be extremely bloody useful. So, 1 feudal king, don't actually have any priests right now, or warriors, better and flipping better, 1 scholar, and everyone else just deals with manual labour. Good. Planet is literally undefended, I love it. Now, sadly, we don't actually have, the infrastructure to raise armies of the undead to fight for us yet. So as a result of that, let's just send some, I don't know, what are they called? Humans, that's the ones. Let's just send some humans to deal with it. Oh, there's another one next door too, and these guys are only Iron Age. Oh, that's gonna be even easier, because I've got laser guns. Also, good suggestion, game. We could build an observation post. That is 100% a thing we could do. Or we could go enslave and convert them. Right, small number of transports filled with useless disposable humans. Right, let's get down onto the ground and see how that's going to turn. So, that will turn them hostile against us. You know what? I'd like to see them flipping resist. Deploy the human drop pods. And a matter of seconds later, it turns out, yes, the primitives have been subjugated. Marvellous. Now, they are a bit annoyed about being occupied by, the zombie suit people. That's certainly true. Who are you guys, by the way? I didn't even look who you guys were. Yes, I did. You were the adorable slug people. So, okay. Obviously, we know what we need to build first. 1, we can actually get, a proper planetary administration up, though. Can we actually get the... No, apparently, we can't start converting them just yet, because if we tried, they'd... I'm going to be honest, I'd hope they'd resist anyway, but never mind. So, fair enough, I suppose. Let's just spend the next, decade or so very gently saying, oh no, we definitely are not trying to convert you into one of us, alright? We are not building any form of conversion facility to turn you into zombies. Definitely not. We are good, happy people, not an issue in the slightest. Anyway, just to make sure they're not trouble, let's get down, yes, some nice future space police, just so they're not, causing any issues whatsoever. Then after that, they can have they can have jobs when we can afford it. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. And yes, you guys head over here. Soon we should be taking over this lot as well. And of course, we can also use these guys to, you know, produce what we need. So we're running a bit low on the old consumer goods for now. Let's just leave that be. And yeah, get these guys working on what I want them to work on. Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna give these guys some credit. These bastards over here in the Iron Age, they do have a unit of warriors. So that suggests they're actually gonna put up a fight. I mean, well done, lads. I look forward to it. Deploy the humans. And the fight begins. And would you believe the Iron Age lot with their, like, you know, clubs, spears, etc., they're not doing so well against my laser-armoured humans who also have personal defense shields. In fact, whoever actually got injured over here, you should be flipping embarrassed. Right, so let's just very quickly get them on side. So in a decade, we're going to have 2 good planets ready for definitely not conversion. Oh, but hello. We found somebody else. Hello there, person who we're completely not going to eat. Now, we ran into this science vessel way down over here, because, yeah, there's kind of 3 ways into the area of space we live in. From the north, there's a narrow path over here, so we just want to block that off. Then there's one here. Then, yeah, there's this little area over here. So I'm guessing you might be over here. So we want to lock down one of these 2 systems and then harden it in preparation for... Okay, so, consumer goods. Yes, apparently we're... Oh, bloody hell, are we feeding these people? Why are we feeding them? Don't feed them. We can tolerate them at best. Right, so we're going to stop feeding them, and in a second, when we pass into the next month, that should be a bit better. -2, not so bad. So, okay, just buy a few bits and pieces. When I say buy a few bits and pieces, we're also... Okay, sell just a handful of alloys, everything's fine, it's all under control, just buy, you know, a few of them, it's all okay. And John, why are you not selling food? You don't need all this food, just sell all the food. Give it a month, and we'll actually be producing more of our own stuff over here. As for you bastards, hang on, what are you even good at before we actually, you know, assign you jobs or whatever? Rapid breeders and weak, so not actually very good at being workers. Okay, what about you lads? Industrious, good at minerals, so unfortunately no one's particularly good at doing generator work, but you guys are the best of a bad bunch. Then again, here's where we've got the unemployment problem, so yeah, go on. Let's actually just get some nice generators in play. And 100%, yeah, let's figure out what's going on with them aliens next door. We need to figure out who they are, what they want, and whether we can eat them. Ah, yes, that is one thing we need. Sprawl's getting out of control, so... okay, the guys we've just conquered, who are currently in the Iron Age, we're going to introduce them to the important innovation of paperwork. We're going to build admin officers here, and these guys are now going to handle our bureaucracy. Oh, and this here, this is a good result. It is 2207... and we have managed to complete the Discovery Tree. 2207. 7 years to your first Ascension perk. That's pretty damn fast. And go on, we'll be taking a bit of Vision. Vision is not bad at all, really. Unity up, amenity usage down. It's better than it used to be. Alright, we have received contact from the Jonas Accumulators. So, oh my goodness, you're driven assimilators. That's... okay, this is awkward. Can you convert a robot into a zombie? Oh, we're getting into deep philosophical and also practical and mechanical questions here. I don't actually know, but this is very awkward, because now I want to turn them into zombies, but I'm not 100% sure you can, and they presumably want to turn me into cyborgs, but I'm not sure you can turn zombies into oh, this is going to be a very confusing series of wars. Okay, right, they are right next door, and I really want to get down here and lock down this system, because that means I can have all of this, and they are not an advanced start, and even better, yeah, right now, because I've got these systems locked down, I have got way more pops than these guys. Now, admittedly, these systems are not going to be, like, you know, the most productive in the world, because they're not 100% about this whole being occupied by zombies from space thing, but they are still producing, you know, a decent amount of resource. Though admittedly, yes, they do have a much larger fleet. So, okay, we should probably start building some ships. Oh, and here's very exciting, the elevation ceremony has occurred, which is a really polite way of saying there's now less humans and more Eternals. Oh gosh darn it, they got to this system before me. Okay, that is somewhat annoying, it must be said. So, alright, don't worry about that. Can we close our borders to them, by the way? Yes, we can, though it is going to really annoy them. And also, hang on, maybe don't do that while, you know, my science vessels are actually trapped behind said borders. And alloys are running very, very low indeed. So yeah, I'm getting some more foundries down on our new primitive worlds. Okay, the assimilators next door have only just got down their first planet. They are, yeah, currently colonizing over here. And this is their actual base right here. So, pretty much the only hard target is their home planet itself. Okay, so we've built a station on the border just for safety. While they've only got a handful of corvettes, a single upgraded station should be able to hold them off. But just in case, I'm going to get one gun battery in play. Alright, but I've got an ace up my sleeve. Okay, because I've drawn the automated shipyard event, which means if I'm very lucky, I might be about to get a really nice ship that's going to help bulk out the fleet. Oh, here it comes. One special project ship and... what is it precisely? It doesn't look that good, to be honest. It's, yeah, one frigate. I mean, it's got some advanced weaponry on it, alright. It hits pretty bloody hard, just not quite as good as I was hoping in some ways. Still, good news here, the people of Naf Bor have almost got used to the idea of being ruled by, you know, zombie robot people. So that's nice. Ah, but here's good news. We've run into a trade association that kind of hates these decks. They're rivaling each other, so, okay, deploy my one and only diplomat who's going to go over in his zombie skeleton suit and wow them. There are also some decimators to the north, so, okay, this is not the friendliest bit of space, to be honest. I mean, it is 100% time to, you know, bulk up the fleet a bit. Ah, yes, an important thing to note here. Right now, because I declared these people not citizens, they can't be rulers, so I need to ship over an Eternal just to, you know, basically run the place. And that's going to produce a lot of amenities, which is going to keep these guys chilled out. Good. Should have done that much earlier. Forgot that I kind of, yes, took away all their rights when I took over. Oh, but more pressingly, the most badass looking new portrait in the game is apparently even closer to these bastards. Now, they kind of hate ours, but apparently they hate the flipping assimilators even more. Good. And it's a big moment for Naf Bor here, which is... we now get on with each other fine, they understand us, they trust us, and that means we're now going to build a chamber of elevation, which 100% sounds like a good thing. Oh, well, this is just annoying. I forgot to close my borders to the decimators up north, and now they've taken this bit of land. Now it just looks really bloody ugly. Okay, I'll leave you guys be, because I've got 1,200 strength right here, which is probably enough to keep you out. And on the other side, we've just spawned next to an old friend. It's the Almeta Syndicate. So, right, we're pretty much surrounded at this point. Marvellous. So, yeah, time to pick some targets. And just in the nick of time, we've got ourselves our dread encampments, creating necromancer jobs. Oh, now that's the thing. And here we go, happy little necrophytes being converted into, you know, things that aren't necrophytes, things that are weird robot zombies. So this is a huge improvement. Here we go, undead armies. So yes, a standard human army that has got, yeah, 200 health, 200 morale, base cost of 1 energy, does between about, yeah, 2 to 4 bit of collateral damage. The undead variant, however... here we go. They do more morale damage because, you know, you're literally fighting swarms of the undead, which is just absolutely lovely. Morale is not a concern. They will fight to the last man because they're literally being controlled by a necromancer, not limited by pops, so you can have as many as you can afford under any circumstances because we're literally raising the dead and they're cheaper too. So, yeah, I'll say this is a very good thing right here. undead human swarms are just gonna go across the galaxy. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, 2 bits of good news down south, which is, yeah, we're really not getting on with the robots, but as these guys next door, these lovely Democratic Crusaders, who look seriously badass, those are such nice shoulders, they also hate them. That means as a result of that, they're coming round to us. So, yeah, they've got a good fleet. We can form a defensive pact with them. This is looking good. And that, I would say, means it's gotta be time. Time to test whether you can zombify a robot. So, alright, fleet, you guys are gonna be needing a leader. Who have we got here? We've got a gale speed. Never say no to a gale speed, especially when the rest of it's complete flipping trash. So yes, welcome aboard. So declare war, because we indeed have end threat containment, because of course, yes indeed, the zombie robots need to end the threat of the not zombie robots. That's completely a thing, but these idiots are on board, so you know what, that'll do. Right, got ourselves a war, got ourselves some friends who are going to be helping out with that, and got ourselves a decent fleet right here. So yeah, that is only 1,100. My fleet is superior. Move in, knockout station number 1. We don't know where their fleet is, but these guys haven't got anything else going on. They've got, yeah, decent-sized fleet. So hopefully they'll be coming in momentarily, and oh, flip me, yep, there's a lot going on in terms of lasers. So we're through the shields, meaning our lovely blue lasers, and our advanced super mega ship over here should be doing an excellent flipping job. Love it. So, yeah, these guys are going to struggle to hit us. We are going to knock down that station, and I can't remember whether end containment war means I immediately get the system, and it would appear so marvellous. By the way, could we please militarize the economy for a second? Because I could really do with, yeah, as many flipping alloys as possible. In fact, you know what? Sell all the food and sell some of these things too. We don't need all of that. We definitely don't need all these minerals. And use that money to buy, yes, at least... It's not many, is it? It'll flipping do. It is some ships, because... we are losing ships as time goes by. Right, take a moment to, yes, let my fleet heal here. We did take a handful of knocks, so a little bit of healing would not hurt. Reinforcements coming in momentarily, then we can move, and where's their fleet? Their fleet's not here, just a few civilian vessels. I'm a bit worried about taking on... Actually, that platform's only 500. Okay, that will not be an issue. And 98, 99, 100. Right, you guys please move in. We should be able to knock over that platform. Once that's done, they won't be able to defend their planets anymore, because that is a little new colony. A colony full of robots we could maybe convert into zombies, I'm not sure. And this will go down no trouble whatsoever. Armors being pierced apart. We've got that lovely, lovely frigate here, who's just providing some lovely green lasers, just, you know, provide a bit of variety aside from the blue, which is just great. And, yeah, this station doesn't belong to me yet, because we haven't taken out the actual planet. Now, how well defended is this? Okay, 2 armies of Defensitrons, who have... oh, they're terrible. Marvellous. Forgot to show off on Necromancer, by the way. These guys are very, very cool indeed. Obviously, you know, you get a skull and a hand, which is pretty damn good. Together with just 1.6 consumer goods, generating 6 physics, 6 sociology, and on top of that, you get some defensive armies, you get naval capacity. That's a really bloody good deal. Necromancers are great. Right, no sign of our allies bothering to get involved. Possibly they need to draw their fleets together before they try and punch their way past this, though I don't know how tough it is, to be honest. So, okay, in the meantime, just prepare to, yes, land the armies of the undead, and... okay, the robots fell apart pretty bloody fast, actually. Good, 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 good. So this system should now belong to... this system belongs to me, as it should have done originally. Ah, I see the issue. It would turn out, I'm guessing, we cannot convert robots because we do seem to be purging them right now. Yes, I have literally no option but to purge them. I cannot give them rights because they are machines and apparently... okay, what if I change the law? Is there any way we can try and convert these guys rather than murdering them? Here we go. Artificial intelligence. No. No outlawing. Just like, make it servers instead. No, there's no way to do it because they're part of a machine intelligence, so they're literally breaking down because they've been severed from, the core AI or whatever. So, sadly, no, there's nothing we can do with these bastards. Well, I tell you what, at the bare minimum, this is going to get me a big old pile of land, though I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, you guys are actually doing the more difficult job, aren't you? Yeah, sort of, not really allies, but, suckers, that's the word. They've sort of come in, and they're engaging the enemy fleet at the same time as trying to take on a border station. So, okay, you two guys are basically both going to end up dead as a result of that, which kind of works for me as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they've even very kindly already built all of the stations for us, so we just get to keep their mining stations, which is great. So yeah, slightly awkwardly right now, the population here on this planet is very shortly going to be, 0. There's going to be no one here. Somehow we're growing a pop, possibly through immigration, but he's not going to get there in time, so I suspect this planet's just going to cease to exist in a moment, which is kind of fine, to be honest. Right, you guys just get yourselves healed up, marvellous, and then, okay, there is a part of the fleet right here. We may as well move in, engage them, take out the next outpost, because I want to take the capital. Because in the capital, it won't just be robots. In the capital, there'll be a bunch of other stuff too. So, yeah, like some cyborgs. Now, them, we might be able to zombify. Now, zombie cyborgs, that's hardcore. Looks like these guys are coming in for another go over here as well, though... Yeah, 700 versus 1,000. Not sure whether they'll actually be able to pull that one off. Hardened stations are... Yeah, no joke, though. These guys have got... Wow! Hang the flip on here. You've actually brought yourself flipping destroyers. I don't have destroyers yet. Well, lardy flipping da. So, okay. That's all under control. What have you actually got here, by the way? Not much in the way of fleet. And your actual station is not much either. Okay, so we're in a position to move directly on the capital, which is kind of what we want, yes. I mean, these guys do actually have, like, another 1,000 back here, another 1,000 over here. I don't know why they're not bothering to, bring their flipping forces together, but whatever. Anyway, our fleet just chases off all of their stuff. Their main actual, yes, capital starbase is momentarily going down. Beautiful. Frigate helping out there very, very nicely indeed. No sign of the rest of their fleet. I don't even know if they've already got one. So, deploy the armies to pursue. We're going to knock this down, and yes, now we can see what's going on here, because it should be, if I'm right, a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, here we go. Some robots, but some Blorg. They're not actually Blorg, but they look like Blorg. So, okay, those guys, I assume, we can keep. And oh yeah, their capital's basically unguarded. This is marvellous. Right, the Crusaders are sending in even flipping more. This time they might actually have enough, but even then it's going to be tight. They're going to mop up this fleet, then it's 1,000 versus 1,100. So it's really just up to, yeah, who's got the better upgrades. And I don't know who that's going to be. By the way, we'll just take this, and then we'll just swing down here, knock this down as well. Where are my armies, by the way? Right, deploy the reanimated human skeletons. And this should be an absolute flipping walkover. Right there, they are flipping collapsing immediately. Life is good. Right, so we've now got their capital. And yes, the Blorgs have immediately been promoted to every position of authority in the entire world, and the robots are just being purged. Oh, and bloody hell, this place is set up like crazy for... Okay, this is fascinating. Right. Demolish this, please, and yes, get a chamber of elevation right in play, because for whatever reason, right now, the game's not saying, oh, these guys aren't thrilled, culture shock, etc. So, yes, marvellous, culture of elevation immediately. And yes, as I suspected, this planet has simply ceased to exist. We've just abandoned it on the last robot being destroyed. And to be honest, the rest of their systems are actually going to be... yeah, pretty much bloody useless, because also, why is your fleet over here? Okay, for some reason, you kept, like, most of your fleet over there. I don't know why, but you did. I feel like what we should actually do at this point is, yeah, sue for peace. Because then we've got these feeble robots as a buffer state between me and these guys. Admittedly, me and these guys are kind of friends, so I wouldn't mind a buffer state regardless. They're never going to be able to threaten me again. At this point, they've got, like, nothing, and there's no organics for me to actually, you know, consume and convert anymore. So, honestly, I think this war's done. Right, job flipping done. Love it. Now, this station is going to be fixed up for defense, just to make sure. Then again, do we even need to? Maybe 1 gun battery, 1 anchorage. Also, weird mushroom creatures I've just liberated and I'm about to start converting into zombies. Would you mind doing some admin? Because seriously, we are so behind on our paperwork right now, it's not even funny. Don't forget though, these guys definitely shouldn't have rights. And thanks to this new planet, this wonderful Forge world, this is, yeah, this is so dumb. Let's just actually set that as a Forge world, formally, just to get even more flipping forges going on, and that is, yeah, reduce costs for all of these foundry workers. Flipping love it. Oh yeah, I just remembered, the population here, which is maintaining all of these buildings, yeah, we're sort of exterminating it right now. Right, so potentially building things on this world is not gonna go so well. And also we need to send some rulers over in this direction too. So right now you just work in a power plant and you work in an office or like a Starbucks or something. So you could go over there. Congratulations, you are now running a planet. Now that should make the whole situation much more stable, because that's going to produce, yes, amenities, getting stability up. Good, 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 good. And here we go, the good work has begun. Over on Naf Bor, which once upon a time was nothing but slug people, now the artisans are all Eternals, one of the enforcers is an Eternal, the metal work is Eternal. Down here, however, yeah, we're leaving the grunt work to the slug people, but you know, the advanced jobs, they've gone to us. Good, 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 good. Okay, not the most productive war in the world, but I've got a better idea. Now the fleet is getting, the fleet is getting mighty. Just doing some upgrades at the minute, getting it up to snuff in terms of improved deflectors, better coil guns, all sorts of bits and pieces, which is, yeah, we've got some fanatical purifiers, and we've finally managed to get as strong as they are, which means, I'm guessing everyone else wants these guys gone as much as I do. And they're not robots, alright? They've got all these stupid planets with warthog people on them. And warthogs shouldn't be warthogs. Warthogs should be zombies. Everybody should be a zombie, in fact. Here we go, you stupid bastards. I'm gonna guess everybody... Oh yeah, the Almetas, the Kithri Corporation, who are these guys right here. Everybody wants in on this. Which means, finally, I can sort out this ludicrous, dumb border gore. Who voted no when you said you were going to vote yes? Okay, just invite the Almetas. We don't need the Kithri. They're not even that strong. Okay, better. Right, get in over there. Sort out this nonsense. We're having some cocking planets. Now, the Almetas have, yes, some forces, but not much. But they also have, yes, multiple flipping borders dotted about over here. So, hopefully, they'll be able to get in and sort this out. We can take this platform out, no problemo whatsoever. Then I'll be having this system back, thank you. Not that it's actually, you know, useful. It was mainly just because I didn't enjoy the borders being like this, to be honest, yes. So, start moving up. We need to knock down this platform over here. Where are my armies, by the way? There you go. You guys move up. That's all just absolutely lovely. We are losing... we're losing a lot of energy credits right now, I'll admit. But on the other hand, thanks to that world we conquered, we're making a dumb amount of alloys. So, you know what? Potato, tomato. Okay, the Murderer Foosh, excellent name over here, is... okay, they've drawn themselves together. They appear to be moving north. So I'm guessing they are actually moving to sort this out. Because yes, this is another one of those wars where it's containment. Therefore, you get to just keep what you take immediately without negotiating. So this here is planet number 1. We can start moving in that direction straight away. Okay, move the fleet into position over here. Armies, you should be able to land immediately. Check the army situation. Yeah, it's just 2 basic defenders. They've never actually built anything else. That's absolutely fine. I mean, it is a bit odd when you think about it. I'm sending in, like, yes, some humans and some dead humans. Do you think, like, the not dead humans' mind, is this, like, weird to them? Okay, invasion begins down over here. This is actually, ooh, this is an interesting planet. Sea of Consciousness, so massive increase in habitability, and also on top of that, flipping, yes, science, and high gravity, so more districts, but habitability down. Okay, always like some unique modifiers, that makes planets fun. Speaking of which, oh dear, we almost lost one of my flipping units there. Blimey. No sign of their armies, mind. So, okay, we have taken this at this point. Good, 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 good. And all of you should be, yes, currently working in mines or colonists or artisans. We did admittedly need artisans, so that's good. Okay, pick the next target here because we want a planet that's actually a bit more, you know, populated ideally. So, that's only got 8 people. That's not much. What have you got over here? Wow, you guys have been expanding like crazy. That's 58. Okay, I believe that's the capital. That'd be why, yes. Then you've got, seriously, you guys have been going bananas here. I love it. Also, they're next door to a different set of fanatical purifiers. Bloody hell, this is a nasty galaxy. Well, you know what? We'll go over here first because, to be honest, I kind of need, energy. Losing a lot of that, and there is some over here. And we found their fleet, though it's not looking that good. Are they actually moving to attack now? Or, no, I think they're moving to either reunify or defend the capital. So, not too worried there. There we go. That's a bit of extra energy. It's not much, but it'll do, I guess. There's 1,000. I don't want to go into that, by the way. There's, yeah, bit too much to deal with all in one go. Yeah, fall back and loop around. They might well retake this system, but you know what? It's fine, because we're just buying time for... Where are the flipping... Guys, why are you there? Why are you in the middle of cocking nowhere? I think there must have been like a pest down over here or something. Are you finally thinking about, you know, getting involved in the war that you agreed to get involved with? Alright, their fleet seems scattered, so to be honest, I'm pretty confident making a play directly at the flipping capital. So here comes my fleet. We should be able to annihilate, yeah, their fleet of 1,000 in flipping moments. We just massively outnumber them. Let's just have a look, see what level of tech we're working against here. So, I mean, level 3 lasers. They are ahead of us in terms of tech, but we just outnumber them. Because militaries to all these bonuses, I've completed the supremacy tree at this point, which is beautiful, and ooh, that's a civilian colony ship. Okay, we might be able to take that out nice and easy too. So this platform's going to go down. We have wiped out, yeah, pretty much one of their biggest fleets right here, which is good, and sadly the colony ship did get away. That's a bit of a shame. And in terms of protection, nothing. Your capital is flipping unguarded. I see more here, but that's only 400. So, yeah, they're struggling to bring their forces together. And, to be honest, our Meta Syndicate, like, it's free real estate. They're not even guarding it. Okay, it's time. It's time for our biggest snipe ever. Deploy the corpses! Oh, the necromancers are earning their flipping pay tonight. So, yes, indeed. I should have actually appointed a general, by the way. Might have saved then again. These are literally corpses. I'm not sure they're necessarily that valuable. And, yep, you have disengaged and retreated. And there we flipping go. Quell belongs to me. Oh, this is beautiful. Admittedly, they're not thrilled because they've been recently conquered, but they'll get over it, it's fine. Right, maybe been like... Oh, hang on, this is... Oh, that's... Hang on, how are you losing consumer goods? Possibly because, get rid of, like, one of these. Replace it with a chamber of elevation. Good. Good, good, good. In fact, you know what? Can we do that twice, by the way, or is it only one per planet? It might just be one per planet. That's a shame, though understandable. I tell you what, though, I'll take another necromancer. Those guys are solid. And I'm afraid, gentlemen, you, yes indeed, don't actually get rights anymore. Right, send over some people to, like, you know, run the place. And stability should recover, though crime is... Okay, apparently 91% of the entire economy is criminal right now, which is... I mean, I guess a bit understandable. Maybe we need, like, are just a handful more cops. Just like, some more cops. Just to keep an eye on things. Because they're not thrilled about, like, a lot of this. Now, send over a handful of people just to cause a building in the slot to be ruined. Okay, fine. We'll find someone else. We'll find someone else to send over. It's going to be fine. There we go. Population nice and boosted. And now, as a result of that, we can start converting, you stupid bastards. Alright, we've taken the entire north of the fanatical purifier empire, and thus I've forced them into a peace. We've left them a little bit of land, because yes, I think we need to sort out the economy a bit, because yes, we're losing food, we're losing consumer goods, we're just about okay in terms of energy and minerals once I broke down all of their star bases. That was one of the big problems I had, but yes, now the great work begins. I've managed to actually, yes, prioritize getting down these beautiful chambers of elevation all across the flipping empire. There's one, there's another one right there. So, right now, these people are being converted. It's beautiful. And stability is not exactly great in many ways. Do you guys all have, like, rulers? Some of you might not have rulers anymore. Because, yeah, the administrators, unfortunately, I'm shipping over are not well suited to the environments I'm sending them to. So, they're expensive, like, really expensive to maintain, which is not good. And speak of the devil, yes, 2 new planets means 2 new administrators are now required. There we go. That'll help settle these guys, but yeah, that's just going to make everything even more expensive in terms of consumer goods. And I have realised one small issue with what I'm doing, which is I am now very rapidly going to try and convert, there we go, beautiful necromancers, beautiful necrophytes right there. I'm now going to try and convert these stupid warthog people into me, because that's the only way I can reproduce. But the problem with that is these people are extremely well suited to living on this planet, and I'm not, so as time goes by, if I actually do this, things are going to get, expensive. So, this is actually a really interesting balancing act, which is, if you want to actually reproduce your own ruling species, you've got no choice but to do it by converting a different species. And over here on Eternal, actually, that's been going pretty well. We can just about grow humans fast enough to convert them as they're being produced. So the population of humans is not actually being eliminated. It's just very, very slowly over time being converted, though we're pretty much doing it at a replacement rate. So yeah, we're producing more and more people at broadly the same rate as we would do otherwise. But on other planets, yeah, there's questions about how viable this is. Okay, what you might need to do is go for traits that give you high habitability, because good habitability is good. Then again, actually, that'll be why these guys have reduced pop food and mineral upkeep, because, yeah, to stop that being such a problem. So, okay, the game's one step ahead of me. That's why you get that nice little bonus right there, because the game knows habitability is going to be a problem. But if you were to make sure you were only going in the right direction in terms of climate, if you were to go for traits that gave you bonus habitability, then at that point that's just profit. So then you'd be in marvelously good shape. So potentially this could work. You could support a very large population without it costing too much. I say as I have literally no consumer goods. So yes, I think I might need to take this one back to the drawing board if I ever wanted to take the necrophages out again, because there's some interesting stuff going on here, and I appreciate that, because a species pack in its own where it's just like, portraits and art and music, that wouldn't be so interesting. I appreciate the fact that, you get some really interesting new play styles going on. So it's a bit fanatical purifier, it's a bit driven assimilator, but it's a bit different from both too. It's got its own thing going on, and I like as Stellaris grows, that keeps happening. Like, there's some really fun stuff you can do as the lithoids, where you've got, like, the playstyle where you smash rocks into planets, and, like, that's how you colonize, by tossing meteorites at them. That's really cool. This is a cool new thing as well. These guys can be pretty scary when they get going. It's nice to see zombie armies. I'm never going to say no to the necromancers. They're really, really damn solid. So, basically, okay, I'm going to come completely clean with you here, ladies and gentlemen. this was an excuse to play a bit of Stellaris for the afternoon, because I love Stellaris, it's one of my favourite games of all time, and I just wanted to play a bit more. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching me taking over a bit of the galaxy with some lovely necromancers and undead armies, and also it turns out you can't create zombie robots. So, utter failure, you can't have zombie robots, what's even the bloody point? We'll leave things off there, ladies and gentlemen, because yes, there definitely isn't enough here to justify a brand new series. When we get, like, you know, some big expansions at some point, there will be a new Stellaris series, but not just yet. I will watch and see when there is a new stuff to justify it. So keep your eye out, that'll be coming at some point or another. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Stellaris, now featuring space zombies. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This here, this is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.